Welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. I'm joined by the Stiff Brownie,
What up, party peeps?
the intern, Puka's side piece,
Oh,
and the dirtbag.
oh,
Shit.
Puka.
And the dirtbag. Today's show is brought to you by J3 Supply for your hose and fitting specialist. Come on down, great guys. And then we also got to throw a big shout out to
Big Rob's.
Big Rob's, Joey. Thank you
what's up,
so
player?
much for hooking us up with all those carbs, even though I don't need them. Thank
It's
you
so
so
good.
much.
Their food's so good.
Yeah, and then we got a shout out to OC Boardroom,
Thanks, Heather.
Selman Chevrolet, Larry Beavers. Go get your vehicle, save some money. Drop our name, drop the intern Stiffy B, or my name Dirtbag, and you're gonna save a lot of money. And then lastly, we got backup.com for your storage needs on that computer of yours. It's a new great product. You got to check it out. Let's go to the intern right now and see what happened this week in sports history.
Yes, so many notable anniversaries this week in sports history. In 1912, the first home run was hit at Fenway Park.
Ooh,
Hugh Bradley for the Red Sox.
Cubs.
1956, undefeated world heavyweight boxing champion Rocky Marciano retires from the ring. 1961, Roger Maris hits his first of 61 homers in 1961.
Ooh.
1981, Bill Schumacher wins his 8,000th race, 2,000 more than any other jockey. 1983, NFL Draft, Stanford quarterback John Elway was the first pick by the Colts. 1985, Fernando Valenzuela sets the record of 41 scoreless innings to start the season. 2004 NFL Draft, Ole Miss quarterback Eli Manning was the first pick by the San Diego Chargers. And in 2016 NFL Draft, Jared Goff was the first pick by the LA Rams.
Oh, wow.
Dirtbag, can we discuss what the intern did yesterday or the day before or yesterday for the draft party? And now that she is Puka's,
Where is
she's got Puka on her Rolodex. Let's talk about that.
Yep, she's definitely put herself in line in case Puka's girlfriend stumbles and makes mistakes. The intern's going to be right there to clean it all up with Puka.
Let's hear about it. How was the draft party?
The draft party was actually really amazing. So I went down to the Hermosa Beach Pier last night. Incredible event the Rams put on. They basically took over the entire pier. Thousands of Rams fans. They had a cool setup of like a faux football field actually on the sand itself. I got a tattoo.
Whoa, back it
No,
up.
it's just painted, but it's very cool. But like,
I love Puka.
Was it
super fun.
Was it Puka's signature name? Like
my
signature?
God.
Next time I'll get more tatted up.
Yeah.
But yeah, super fun event. Rapper Gunna was there. He performed, and we got Jared Verse. So super happy with our pick. And I think we're in for a great season, despite the loss of Aaron Donald, which still hurts my heart.
Oh, you know what? Hey, don't count him out, because if they're playing for something, I could see him signing. You know, like right before the not right before the playoffs, but like 3 games before the playoffs, he gets his legs. I could see that absolutely happening. You know, like a J.J. Watt situation.
Yes, and then the Rams will give him his full paycheck for like the whole season for just coming back during
and
the
just
playoffs.
being that guy.
You know what? He can do it. If anybody can do it, that guy can do it.
Dirtbag, what do you feel about the draft? What do you think?
You know,
How was it?
I just keep everybody does a pretty good job. You know, you got 6 months to do your evaluation, study, go to the combine. There's no way you fuck up a first round pick, because
unless
a first round pick should start for you and possibly be a Pro Bowler for the next 10 to 12 years. Unless you're the GM of the Falcons.
Oh my God.
This train wreck of a GM, how he gets a job. I swear to God.
It's DEI. It's DEI.
I'm telling you right now,
day.
I could have done such a better job. They were in perfect position to actually trade down. Look, like what we were just talking about. Jared Verse, who they should have taken at 8, fell all the way to 19. So the Rams get a steal, right? They should have taken Verse. They would have probably gotten an A- for the pick, or B+ by draft experts.
But they would have gotten
because
two or three picks out of the deal.
It would have filled a need. But yes, I would have traded down. I always like trading down, because I don't know why teams give up so much just to move up a couple spots and
Like-
you still don't even know if the player is a home run or a miss.
Like Carolina last year, they gave up.
Yes.
They gave up. They wanted to be the number one pick to get Bryce Young. They gave up 2 picks. What did Chicago do? They got Caleb Williams and they got that standout wide receiver.
Yeah, Rome.
Out of the deal.
Yeah, so but it would have worked. We all would have said Carolina did a great job if they would have said the name C.J. Stroud
Yeah.
instead of Bryce Young. That's
Wow.
where they fucked up.
Yeah.
They had the pick. You gave away a lot, but if you got C.J. Stroud and you went from a one-win team to a playoff team, now you're a win. Who cares what you gave up? It's kind of like the Stafford and Goff. The Rams gave up a shit ton. They gave up 3 number ones. This was their first number one in like 4 years. That's all. That's why they threw a draft party. The intern was
But
that
they,
in.
but they won
It
the
was-
Super Bowl.
It was like the World Cup. It happens once every 4 years.
But they won the Super Bowl.
Yes, they won the Super Bowl. It's one of those trades where it works out for both teams. This
Right.
is where Atlanta could have dialed in over 6 months, could have traded back with the Vikings who wanted to trade up to get J.J. McCarthy. Denver taking Bo Nix, another bonehead deal. That guy, nobody after Denver, maybe dumb Mark Davis would have done it, but I still don't think he's that stupid. Nobody was going to take Bo Nix. Everybody's got their quarterback at that point, and he shouldn't have gone that high. These guys have so much time to look at what they should take, and they still fuck it up. It is mind-boggling.
So, as a Charger fan, I know Justin Herbert's excellent, right?
Yes.
He's a top elite quarterback.
Dude,
However,
they almost
how-
traded him.
However, what Harbaugh said, which resonates with me, and I was arguing with our buddy Rodney Jones about this because I was hoping
Mr. Jones.
Marvin Harris was going to drop to us. Marvin Harris
Yeah.
Jr. was going to drop to us at 5. He's like, dude, Harbaugh said if we can keep any quarterback with talent upright,
Yes.
we can find a number 1 receiver.
Yes.
So
Look what Brady did.
exactly. So my point is it's like offensive line should be everything. Not
Yes.
these quarterbacks that don't matter like Bo
Correct.
Nix and
They're not sexy picks.
Yeah.
Like the Steelers took what they needed. They needed an offensive lineman to protect Wilson and Fields.
Yep.
That's what you do. Once you have a line, it doesn't really matter who your running backs are. We've seen that.
yeah.
If you have a running
gotta
back
have
with a
a
good
line.
offensive line that gets 2 yards into the defense every time before he's even touched, that's where you win and lose games, right? In the trenches. Kind of like Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith thing. You know, Emmitt Smith ran behind an offensive line that gave him 2 yards that way, and Barry Sanders' offensive line went 2 yards back towards the quarterback.
Maybe a little more.
That's why Barry Sanders got sacked as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah.
You have to take linemen. So getting Joe Alt was a great draft pick, but once again, the Chargers should have traded down. There's so many good
I agree.
offensive.
I
There's
agree
so
with
many
you.
good offensive
I
linemen.
agree with you.
And with how much people give up to just move up a couple spots, like the Jets and the Vikings switched one spot, and they gave up a 4th and 5th rounder.
Yep.
The Jets still get their guy. They pay him less because he's slotted not at 10. They save a
at
couple
11.
million paying
Yeah.
getting the 11th, and then they add 2 decent picks, a 4th and 5th round. The Rams got
It was genius.
who they get? They got Puka in the 5th round,
Yep.
and the 4th round they got that running back out of Notre Dame, Kyrie Williams.
Yeah.
Both were almost rookies. One should have gotten rookie of the year, by the way.
Yeah. He was excellent.
Yeah, but both of them were awesome. There's still quality picks later on. So always trade down, never trade up.
Yep.
You trade up, you better hit that. That better be a Mahomes kind of pick.
Well, that's what's so funny about the Penix deal is I was sitting
Ugh.
across from our other buddy Matt Sloan, and and Rodney and I agree there might have been a backdoor deal, and they're just
Had to
waiting,
be.
and they're waiting for the draft to end before they send Penix to the Raiders
Yep.
for I don't know, it could be the
No,
tight end. To be honest with you,
Dude, I was talking with my friend.
You
And
know?
we're watching the draft, and we're talking about it. I'm like, normally in the NFL, you always do the trade before. You don't draft the NBA. They'll draft you, and then they'll trade you later. That's how the NBA works, not the NFL, because you lose all your leverage at that point. So let's say the Raiders really wanted Penix, which they did. They took Brock Bowers, which Brock Bowers should have went maybe at 8 to Atlanta, to
Correct.
help Cousins, give him a great tight end to go with
Having Pitts
and
him,
London.
all of a
Drake
sudden
London.
you've got a Gronk, Hernandez, killer
The
Hernandez.
Falcons killed the draft. They swapped, and then the Raiders would have
Yeah.
gave him like 3 number ones to move up to get Penix.
Right.
And then Penix is their quarterback. Fine, whatever.
There's got to be something going on behind the scenes because that smells super fishy to
Yes,
me.
but now that they've literally ruined themselves by taking Penix. Arthur Blank wants to fire his GM because he hasn't made the trade. Maybe they're asking for 3 number ones, and Mark Davis and his bad haircut are going, I don't want to give up 3. I'll give you 1. And they're like, the Falcons are like, no.
We already agreed to this.
We already
beforehand.
agreed that you were going to give us 3.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We'll just go with the double tight end set then. Now they got Mayer and Bowers for Aiden O'Connell. The Raiders got unbelievably better by getting Brock Bowers on offense.
Yeah, I agree.
So this trade, and I believe you are correct, this had to be a trade that just went south and they're not talking about it.
Or it's a trade to see what happens at the end of it, and if all the players align and these guys have this, like say the Raiders go and they get 2 other guys that the Falcons wanted but can't get,
Right.
and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're going to trade you this quarterback.
Yes.
Maybe not for Bowers, but maybe for these other 2 guys. I don't know how the whole draft's
Dude,
going to work out, but point is that they're like, hey, these are the guys we need.
Yes.
So if you can get them, that will strengthen us sending you Penix.
I would literally, if I was Arthur Blank, I would fly to Vegas right now, have a meeting with Mark Davis, sit down and go, listen, let's work out a fucking deal. I will be more than generous to give you what you want. I know you want Penix. Give us Bowers, and we'll do what you were just saying about other draft picks. We will draft.
There's still
We have a higher draft pick than you do. We will draft who you want,
right.
and let's do a trade because I'm in hot water over here. I'm about to fire my GM if I can't correct this.
Well, you're not going to say that.
Well, no,
But-
this is what I'm talking about. Arthur Blank should do. Get in your private plane, in your Home Depot plane, and fly to fucking Vegas and correct this monster air F. F minus is what this GM should be getting
Dude,
for
that-
drafting a broken down quarterback that's been in college for 6 years. He had one amazing year with an amazing team playing against some shitty fucking teams. And you're going to draft a 24-year-old that's got to sit for at least 2 years, maybe 4.
23?
He's going to be 28 by the time he plays. Dude, you have the 8th pick in the first round. That guy should be an all-pro like Joe Alt or, you take a lineman
Dude,
to
watch-
protect Cousins. You take Brock Bowers. He'll be a 12-year all-pro. You don't take somebody that has to sit and hold a clipboard and pay him $40 million. That's how much you're going to have to pay Penix to
What?
hold a clipboard.
Watching that GM talk to Arthur Blank, a billionaire.
Yes.
And he's like, what? He literally, I think he walked up. You can't see it because it's the back of his head, but I'm pretty sure he walked up and said, what the fuck are you doing? And then the guy has to explain it.
Hey.
And I was like, I started laughing. I didn't know what else to do. Like, it's uncomfortable. The whole conversation, watching them go back and forth. Oh,
the more I think about
you don't fuck up when a billionaire is in charge of things.
Yes.
Like, you just don't fuck up. You can't.
How does Arthur Blank not sign off on that? How does he not know?
Jerry Jones would have done it.
Jerry Jones would never have
Yeah.
allowed that name Penix to come out. He would have fucking squashed it and go to the GM. Are you fucking high?
Yeah.
We're not taking another quarterback to sit behind
Well,
Dak.
the GM's also his son, right?
Well, I think he is the
He'd
GM.
be
I
like-
think Jerry Jones is the GM. He just starts talking in third person.
He'd be like, "Hey, Junior, none of that."
Jerry ain't taking another quarterback. Jerry wouldn't do shit like that. Jerry's smarter than that. Arthur Blank, you got a serious problem. And like I said, the more I think about it, the more I think this is really bad because we're talking Atlanta. Atlanta just took a black quarterback. I'm not trying to turn this into a race thing, but you took a black quarterback. Cousins is a white quarterback that's not being received properly
In
already.
Atlanta because of the demographic.
If Cousins plays poorly, this puts so much pressure on. I can't even believe what's going through Kirk Cousins' mind. You just gave me a 4-year, $180 million to be your quarterback, and you take a quarterback with the 8th pick who's an older quarterback. If I play poorly, they're going to start chanting Penix, Penix, Penix. And now the pressure's on the coach to pull Cousins and have him hold a clipboard making $45 million
Well, and to
And
be
then you're
honest
gonna
with you, they don't have a lot of assets. They have Bijan Robinson at running
They have
back.
a great running back.
They
They have a great
Pitts.
offensive line.
They do, but outside of that, they've got Pitts.
No,
So
I think
it's
you're
not like
underselling. Drake London's a great receiver.
yeah, that's because you're a USC
No,
guy,
it's,
dude.
I know USC. By the way, is having a great week here.
Ridiculousness.
Well, Caleb goes number one.
with his pink fucking phone
Reggie Bush
and
gets the
painted
Heisman
nails.
back. Oh my God!
Oh, by the way,
I can't.
Reggie
be,
Bush,
I
congratulations.
can't be happier. Reggie
Reggie
Bush
Bush,
finally got his Heisman
You,
back.
you deserve that,
Yes.
100%. You also deserve to pay me the $800 I beat you on Pelican Helmet.
Oh,
you
oh
cheap
wow!
fuck.
Look at that. A little
Reggie
shout
Bush,
out.
you
A little
cheap fuck.
shout out. Look
But
at you.
I'm glad you
Little
got your
street
trophy
cred.
back. I'm
Little
glad you got your trophy
little
back.
Little street cred. Reggie Bush, dude, that was long overdue. These guys are getting paid.
Dude, you have O.J. Simpson's freaking jersey in the rafters. He killed 2 people.
God.
Murdered 2 people.
Oh.
And now you can't put Reggie Bush in your rafters? Come on.
And now
He was
now
by far the best
just talking about-
collegiate player that
I
year.
was just talking about how great USC is having this week. Now you bring up OJ. Oh God, who just passed away. And yesterday, you won't believe what happened. You remember Darnell Russell?
Yeah.
Darnell Russell and a wide receiver. I forget his Bastinelli or something like that. Both of them were in a car crash last night and died.
What?
Yep, La Cienega. I was reading about it. These guys are like
that's
49 years old. They played in 93 to 97. He was a 2-time Pro Bowler with the Raiders. Darnell Russell was a great defensive tackle. Just a sad story. So here, I just went from USC having a great day to a terrible day.
We'll come back for a second segment. Like and subscribe for us on YouTube.
Yes. Please
we'll
go
get
to
you
like
some-
and subscribe.
We'll get you some baseball picks, some what do we else? What else do we got? We got some.
Dude, we're going back to this GM who should be fired right now. Watch the draft with Kevin Costner. That's how you do it.
Like and subscribe.
Eat your
YouTube.
pancakes. Eat your pancakes, motherfucker.
On HB Unfiltered Sports Talk.
Yes.